Skitty bum. Man's not hot. Hot chips. Welcome to episode 21 of the Coinflip podcast. I'm your host, Zekrom. Call me Liam. Joining us today, we have the infamous, legendary, one and only virgin, Leadbrain. How are you?
Good. Dab on them virgins.
Yeah, dab on them rapists, Jake Paul number 1. And we also have Mr. W, as usual. How are you, buddy? Too bad. All right, and we also have Josh, who we'll call... What was his name?
Lightning McQueen.
Hi, bye. Gas the Jews. You want to gas the Jews? What are we talking about today?
That dog, man. That dog was Liddy boy.
Yeah, he was Liddy in the City of England.
Liddy boy. Okay.
So today I want to talk about Total Biscuit's dead.
Ooh, boy.
He is currently deceased. He is dead. He is not on this.
Currently deceased. Okay, no, just to be serious for a moment. Yeah.
Not on this plane of existence at the moment.
He is gone.
1 minute silence.
Alright, so
Okay, so we were
Total Biscuit is like a YouTuber who specializes in sort of, I guess, more like review-based content and commentary and and that sort of shit. He has a podcast called, what was it? Fucking Co-optional podcast. I think he was on an episode of the official podcast I really liked, and he was a massive voice in Gamergate, and his Cynical Brit series was fucking really brilliant. Yeah, I watched that shit to this day, but now, obviously, he's dead. People are very sad about it, but it's sad. We've definitely lost a great voice in the YouTube community today.
No, we just lost a good person in general. In life.
But I want to steer the topic to sort of play a card, but I'll make a point at the same time, unlike social justice warriors. There are people who on Twitter, and on, I guess... I don't know, Instagram or some cancer, who was saying, I'm glad Total Biscuit's dead. He was an alt-right, white supremacist, misogynistic, just throwing out buzzwords. Not really making a point, just kind of muddling whatever other faggot is saying in the world. Get off your phone. But it's kind of bad, because it brings up the argument, are these people just, are they just begging for attention at this point? Because this guy's just died. They probably don't have a point. They're just screaming buzzwords. Hey, look, people on Twitter were pulling up tweets he made from 2009 saying he wished this guy died, or whatever.
Can't wait to report your death.
Keemstar, whatever. But no, I love this, by the way. They pull up a tweet, and I've said this before, that's like really old. It doesn't make a point or anything. It's just to highlight how like pointless it is, and just kind of like they're being a cunt in general to get not only attention. And I hate to play that card, but it's kind of true. Somebody just died. You're going out your way to throw buzzwords at them and say, "Hey, you're a racist" or some bullshit like that.
Well, better yet, when someone comes out and roasts you, it's like you are literally a sex offender.
Yeah, Chris Reagan retweeted some guy and fucking absolutely demolished this idiot who was like, "Oh, I'm glad Total Biscuit's dead. Unpopular opinion. I hated him. He was alt-right," some shit like that. And this guy replies that Chris Reagan retweeted, "You're literally a sex offender," and shows a picture of, I checked into it, this is real. This guy is a registered sex offender, and he has the fucking balls to call someone else like this alt-right supremacist. Yeah, just throwing out just statements that don't make sense anymore.
He's like, wow.
It's kind of funny that happened. I mean, it's kind of like Total Biscuit's legacy is carrying on for the people who defend him. Yeah. And it's great, because, it's definitely sad that, we lost the guy, but at the same time... Shut up, this is serious!
No, you.
Moving on with the content in general, is like, what will happen? Who's going to fill the void? Is his channel going to be carried on?
I'll happily do it.
Or a car channel?
Yes. Bloody oath. I'll happily do it.
But it's kind of like, who's going to fill the void? Is somebody going to continue his channel? Has anything been said? Has he left anything in his will? Or anything like that?
Okay, we should probably stop talking about this because we're like doing half jokes behind this.
Yeah, this is fucking annoying. I invited you to record a podcast and you're fucking around jacking off Mr. W here.
If his will involves cars, I will happily be a taker of that.
It's not funny. This guy was cool and he's dead. What if Dude Perfect or some shit you watched died?
I'd be upset.
I'm upset then.
How the hell do you think I felt about Paul Walker?
Oh,
I know he's a movie actor. I get that, okay? I know that I didn't have a personal connection with him.
Stop. Yeah?
But,
You loved him as a...
No, he got me into cars. Why do you think I'm doing it?
Why, you loved him as a director/actor, but how good was he at acting? Was he mediocre? Because I thought he was...
I don't know, yeah.
Because these guys defend The Rock to their dying breath. Him and fucking Piercy for some reason, not you. They defend The Rock, and I think The Rock is an awful actor.
Yeah. Oh, he's not bad.
All he can do is comedies.
He's not bad, but there's a lot better.
Yeah, a lot better. Like fucking
Vin Diesel, Paul Walker.
But I hear people like, oh, he's like the Schwarzenegger of this generation. No, he's really not. He's just like this crap comedy
Speaking
director.
Of actually good actors, one actor who I like and at the same time hate.
And want them to
Charlize
die.
Theron.
Charlize Theron's really, really, really hot when she was younger.
No.
What was she in? She was
in Fast and Furious 8.
Yeah.
She's the baddie. She kidnaps Dominic Toretto's kid. Who does that? That's such a dog move.
That's pretty interesting, though, and that's like
Yeah,
the most
but then the
interesting.
She holds him hostage.
That is probably
Yeah, but
the
then
peak
villain
of how
Seven,
interesting
like,
that fucking franchise can
kidnaps the
get, to
baby
be honest.
back.
Ugh.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll give you
dude,
that.
like he jumps into the plane.
That was probably the only good part of that movie, to be honest.
Ice Charge is pretty sick.
I mean, there was like what was it? There was a few different actors in fucking Fast and Furious 8 who I like, but didn't do too well. Dominic Toretto, he's played by Vin Diesel, isn't he?
He's a legend.
Vin Diesel's okay. He's in a few actions I like.
Okay.
Vin Diesel
is okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's a great actor. He's very by the books. He's
Name three
better.
people who are better than him.
You really?
Yes.
Do it.
We're going there.
All right, fine. Samuel L. Jackson. Fucking
Debatable.
Samuel L. Jackson's pretty good though.
Pulp Fiction, I'll give you, was a good.
It's a great movie. That's one of the
Yes,
greatest
it's a great
movies ever
movie.
made.
I'll give you that one. Yeah. Go on.
All right, let's see. You've also got fucking who we got? Oh yeah, you've also got Charlie Denbout. He's fucking amazing.
Who's
In...
that?
What's that?
You guys have no culture.
What?
Then there's also
I have no
What movie
culture.
was he in?
No,
What movie was he in?
you wouldn't know. Whatever.
What movies is he
I
in?
probably butchered it. Who cares? There's also fucking
So let's not count him because none of us know who this kid is.
Then, can
Kid.
you say what movie he was in? At least.
I think I got the name wrong, to be honest with you.
Okay, so you.
Hey, yeah, there was this actor who was really great. Can't remember his name though. Something.
Whatever.
Like this. I don't know.
Have you seen
He was a great actor. You'd kind of
Ugh.
remember his name.
Have you seen who's the cunt who plays Jamie Lannister? He's really good. Even in that shit. Nicola Walt. He's some weird Russian name, even though he's like pure English.
And
He's
lead on to
great.
Game of Thrones.
No, I'm just talking about actors and shit, man. He's great, even in that shit Gods of Egypt movie. Oh, it was fucking painful to watch.
You watched that?
Yeah.
Why? What
When we were in year 11, our history class went to go see it for some reason.
Wait, you went to the movies
Well, I went to the movies. Yeah, I go fucking every week
Oh.
almost to the movies. What are you talking
in
about?
class?
Not in. Well, it was an excursion.
That's
Guys.
bullshit.
It was on the weekend though.
Mind you,
Our teacher was.
Hey, no.
Why is this amazing to you? Our teacher's like, hey, let's meet up on the weekend and see the movie, then we'll fucking talk about it in class on Monday.
the weekend, right? That's
So
different.
everyone basically watched the
I was
movie
gonna
on the
say, like,
weekend, and then on Saturday, and the teacher's first response was, "Yeah, that movie was actually pretty shit."
No, the teacher kind of liked it. I'm like, well, this is gay. That was a shit movie. Fucking hell.
Hey, you got to go to a movie. Take it for what it is.
Not educational, but a shit movie on the weekend with my fucking class. That was fun.
Hey man,
You get to hang
did
out
you
with
have-
your mates.
2 years
did
ago.
you have if you have like lit classmates, it's a good time.
Yeah. Me and good old Bales were throwing popcorn around or some shit.
Exactly, yeah, you had a good time with Bale.
No, it wasn't Bales actually. He wasn't there.
I mean, what? Huh? What?
But,
You said what now?
What?
What? Huh?
Getting back to the actors, Tom Cruise is a really nice actor. even
No,
though I
he's
don't-
not. He's insane.
He's insane as a person.
He's on crack, mate.
He's on.
Could you let me fucking finish?
Seriously.
He's not a good guy in real life, but his acting skills are good.
Yeah, because he does 90% of his own stunts. You think
Yeah.
Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee were like? Chuck Norris, they do all their own
Like,
stunts.
okay, so have you ever seen
Yeah.
Ghost Protocol?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you know in the scene where he climbs out of the building, that's all himself.
Yeah, I know.
And in fact, during the production scene,
on the Burj Khalifa in Abu
Yeah.
Dhabi.
I'm not
Oh,
talking
no,
about
right.
special effects and shit. I'm saying that him as an
Real
actor
stunts.
is decent.
he's
Yeah, he's batshit
no,
insane
wait.
in real life.
Wait.
I'm not talking about him in real life. I'm
As
talking
the
about
as the character he plays, how far in depth he goes into the character.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I'm
yeah.
saying he's good.
I
He's
kind of want to watch the new Mission Impossible movie.
nah. All the ones after
Like, they're
2
all
were shit.
generic, but it's still like, wow, I just want to see what dumb shit he does.
Well, even if they're bad, it's kind of like I might be in the mood to see a fun little, movie about spies or some shit.
Yeah.
But even then,
Speaking of new movies, Deadpool 2.
oh yeah, I saw it.
Seen it.
Seen it?
Thanks for the invite.
We
Jeez.
what the fuck are you talking about? We put in a public invite on the chat, and you didn't. It's not our fault you didn't respond.
When?
Ages ago, man.
Yeah.
No, don't get your phone.
Oh no, I'm looking this shit up. I don't believe this.
You have to scroll
What
back
chat?
far.
Is
There
it the
were-
big one or the...
PC was having a
Yeah,
tantrum
the
this
age
morning. You
one.
have to scroll back pretty far. Dude, I think I messaged and literally no one responded, so I just invited Aaron to come and we just went and saw it.
Yeah. Except I didn't go because I had work.
Yeah, no, the other one.
But I went I went the next day with a friend.
Yeah, Piercy's a queer.
No, PSE.
Fuck Piercy, honestly, he's a dumbass.
No.
Last episode, they were such normies, man. They were
You were the normie.
I'm not a
You're
normie!
a normie!
You
No,
are
no,
a
no.
normie.
I'm the least normie out of here. I'm not like
You are
Piercy,
normie.
who's like,
How am I a normie?
well, you're not. I'm not saying you're a normie. I'm saying Piercy's a normie.
Yeah, Piercy's a normie.
I'm the least normie here.
You are annoying.
No, I'm not. Piercy was a guy.
What's a normie?
Piercy was the kind of guy who's like, oh, I love The Big Bang Theory, I love Glee, I love Fast
A
and Furious,
normie is
I love
anyone who
fucking The
follows
Rock action movies.
the majority.
No, anyone who follows the majority and has like no critical capability and is just a pathetic, boring sack like Piercy.
So,
Not calling him out, but I'm just saying.
Basically, any millennial.
Yeah. Piercy is like the definition of like
any
a...
millennial is basically a normal.
Piercy is just a feminist millennial, that's him. Like, honestly, that
Yeah.
kid,
You're trending.
he brings my piss to a boil. Oh my
Bag
god.
I mean, Piercy is kind of a freaking...
He's so stupid sometimes, man. The shit he
And
says.
you don't have your brain melts.
No. What?
Your brain doesn't
What?
stop.
Fuck you. What are you saying?
Your brain doesn't stop working for like 5 hours one day.
What are you saying?
But we all have brain farts.
No, I'm saying Piercy has a 24/7 brain fuck. Literally.
Yeah.
I have a hiccup occasionally.
You're the brain fuck. You're the reason he's dumb.
Oh, fuck you,
I'm joking.
pedophile.
No, I'm joking. Piercy's a cool dude.
Piercy's an idiot.
Don't bag him out.
He's so dumb, though.
Piercy's a legend.
I want to come on and just
I
debate
knew him
him.
before I knew you.
Yeah, well, you know, that's not saying much.
Yes, it is.
Piercy's just the biggest twat in existence sometimes. Like,
What does that make
the
you
kid
then?
brings my piss to a boy, a legend.
Twat V2.
I'm very... Me and Piercy are like complete polar opposites. It's amazing. I'll like something, he'll
surprised
hate
he
it.
hasn't-
I'll hate
Piercy's
something.
a,
Haven't killed each
no.
other.
I'm just gonna say.
We're
right
gonna
now,
do it next
Piercy's a lad
podcast.
and no one's gonna change that.
What? He's
not-
he goes off at me for no reason. Dude, there's time in the... This
Deal
is,
with it.
sorry guys, personal stuff here. There's times in the group chat where I'm like, hey guys, let's go do this. And then, you know, he didn't respond, so I was like, oh, thanks for the invite. I said it on the chat, you
I've
dumbass.
done that. I literally just did it then when about Deadpool.
Well, at least you're admitting it.
Yeah.
But, like, here's the thing. Piercy's just like... Ah! He does sometimes. It's just like... It grinds my gears, man. It just pisses me off.
Oh, I could name a few about you.
What? Tell me. What have I done? What have I done? Ever.
The fact that you live, you know,
I wrote
a
a...
house down from me, and
What?
you live a house down from me, and yet, I can't be bothered to walk up to your house when I need a lift to school.
What do you mean?
Come down to my house and pick me
You're
up.
driving anyway. I don't care. I'd do it when we were at school, but that doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
It matters to me.
Oh, fucking who cares, man? Come
It
on.
matters to me because I'm a little bitch.
Oh, there you
least
go.
I'm- at least I'm
Oh,
admitting it.
damn. But I'm not admitting it because I am not. I am a very capable...
No, you're just
Young
not
man.
admitting it because you're insecure about your masculinity.
I'm
I
not...
mean,
Not
I
really.
was gonna say, if you were capable, then why'd you lose your job, please?
I didn't lose my job.
What?
I didn't lose my job, for starters. I didn't get to stay on. That was the contract.
So you lost your job.
That was the contract, though.
Yeah, I know, but you.
Employment's still open, so...
Whatever. I'll figure something out. Doesn't matter. No, this is no personal shit on the podcast. Thanks for opening up Pandora's
I
box,
was just
mate.
yeah, I was just trying.
Okay.
to...
Dude, we already did that like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Whatever. What did I want to say? Oh, yeah. Alright, White Supremacist Deadpool 2. What do you think of Deadpool 2?
I haven't seen it.
See,
Oh my
I
god!
feel like it's a pretty good movie.
Well, I'm going to be spoiling it because you guys haven't seen it yet.
But I
It's-
did like the first one better.
No fucking way. The
no
second one
spoilers,
improved
I've
so
seen it,
much.
yeah.
Besides that stupid CG battle at the end of the second one, I'd say the
That was
second
cancer.
it was good. The second one was pretty
Don't
well.
spoil it for me, I haven't seen it.
Wait,
yet.
what's this?
If you spoil
it ends with Deadpool basically,
Don't say.
Shooting Francis in the head again.
Okay. I can see where it goes now.
well, I mean, it's
Yeah,
better than
yeah,
the...
no, you're
No,
right.
we're going to do a non-spoiler thing real quick. Alright, it's better than the first one. It improves literally every way. The acting is better. The pacing is better. The plot is a bit worse.
X-Force.
But somehow less simple, which is pretty good. There's this whole like new characters that are pretty enjoyable. There was like some new faces, as I said, pretty fucking awesome. Whatever, cinematography on point.
I still think the first one was better.
First one is literally just that. The second one, but worse. The first one was an
No.
origin story movie, and it did it well, and it had a nice story. It was simple. It was effective. The second one is better in literally every way. What did the first one do better than the second one?
Why did the first one do better than the second one?
Yeah.
Because it was just a better movie in general. Had
Why
a
was
better
it? No.
story,
Why?
Had a better
Elaborate.
story.
No, it didn't. The story
Yes,
in the
it
first
did.
one was more simple and dumbed down. The second one actually had a story. The first one was just that he gets his powers, he wants to kill Francis. That's the first story of the first one.
Ajax.
Yeah, the second one was just like, hey,
Ajax.
it's Deadpool. Deadpool's returned. He wants to fucking avenge... Not spoilers, whatever. The second one just has a better story in general. It's more funny. Comedy is less like, meme product of the time sort of bullshit. It's just kind of consistently really good, the second one.
Yeah, but that's what
Literally
Deadpool
out
is.
of nowhere, people are trying to kill Deadpool for no reason.
In the second one.
Yeah, but you can't kill him.
That's explained. Did you not watch it? Did we watch a different movie?
No, we watched the same movie.
What's your problem?
I know. It's still.
So hang on a second. If Deadpool can't fly, if you sever his head,
He grows back or some shit.
he grows his head back.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, there's a point in the movie where he loses his powers for a bit, but you know.
Let's put it like this: the
Why, does he come
only
back
way.
Yeah, for a bit.
They didn't.
Oh.
They gave him a freaking collar.
They put this collar on him that like nullifies the X-Men gene or some shit, and he's a human again, and he's dying of cancer, so he has to get out of prison. That's not a spoiler. That's like a third of the movie. Chill.
I was gonna say, in the comics, the only way they kill Deadpool is basically throwing the moon into him.
Oh yeah, superhero movies are still shit. There's literally like can you name a single superhero movie that's like coming out soon? Sorry, that's like, hey, I'm interested in that. What have we got? There's a few of them this year. There's quite a few coming. There's
Superhero that I'm keen for.
superhero movie this year that you're keen for. There's Aquaman. There's Venom. There's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I'm actually pretty keen for Ant-Man and Wasp.
I'm not. I think it looks boring, and I give less of a fuck about that than anything.
But you're saying that to all of them.
But the thing is,
Yeah, but no, I would at least
movies
maybe
and
see
stuff.
Venom. I would at least maybe see
see
Aquaman
Venom.
just to see how hilariously bad it is. Ant-Man and the Wasp was just plain boring, especially if the first one's anything to go by. Ugh. Such a dull movie.
Aquaman, maybe, if I've got like nothing better to do.
No, yeah, same. I'll just see it for a laugh. It'll be hilariously bad. You know, it's
Yeah,
it's like who
That's the
killed,
thing, I
dude? It's
haven't
like Who Killed Captain Alex. You watch it because it's hilariously
Yeah,
bad.
but that is actually genuinely funny.
Yeah, just because of how bad it is. Maybe Aquaman will
No,
be
it's
like that.
genuinely a funny movie.
Yeah.
You mock
See,
Ugandan
the
filmmaking.
thing is, like, Liam over here is freaking
I see the
self-opinionated and doesn't care
That's
about other
good.
people's opinions.
I do care about other people's opinions. That's why I'm letting you
you
talk.
just-
That's why I asked why you thought Deadpool 1 was better than Deadpool 2. That's why I just asked
the
you
story
about all
was
your
better.
opinion. No, it wasn't. The story's more dumbed down and predictable in the first one because the origin story
See
movie
what
and
I
it has
mean?
to be. I let you state it. I'm just rebuttaling it. That's what a debate is, bro. I'm not trying to nullify your opinion. I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal above you. Not a short joke. I'm not trying to like say that my opinion is worth more than you. I'm not trying to act like I'm better than you. I'm not trying to put my opinion before you. I'm simply saying this is my opinion and this is my rebuttal. You're welcome to rebuttal my opinion. You're welcome to sort of debate me on my opinion why I feel films do better.
How is the story in Deadpool 2 better than the story in Deadpool 1?
Well, these two haven't seen it, but I will say I just find the story in Deadpool 2 actually has a story. It's a point. The first one was like, I got to free my girlfriend. I get my powers. I got to stop Ajax.
but
Did you not freaking...
You haven't let me finish yet. That's the point. The
yeah,
second
you didn't
one.
let me finish either. Remember that?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so in the first one,
Yeah.
yes, it's his origin story, which is tends to be boring like every origin story.
I thought it was
but
good,
it's got a,
but you know,
but
I'm not saying the first one's
his,
bad.
his
First one's
power.
They should have done what Deadpool will have done to because the actual Deadpool character in the comics would have just said, "Oh yeah, I was a guy who just got surgery and now I have all these kick-ass powers." Any questions? No. Let's continue killing.
All right, we'll finish what
Yeah.
you were gonna say.
So the story in Deadpool 1 started out with him being tortured practically by this experimental scientist. As if someone decides to just torture you out of nowhere from when you're a little kid, what would you do about
Well,
it?
there's a point for him being tortured. He wanted to stop his cancer or whatever. But with Deadpool 2, it's kind of like there's actual stakes. Deadpool could die now. He has to save this kid. What if he can't? There's a lot of shit. There's a lot more
Yeah,
shit.
but we know in the end of the day he's gonna save the kid.
You just missed the point entirely, dude. The point, we know he's going to save the kid. We know it's going to end happily because it's a fucking superhero movie and all of them end happily. And I know you're going to say, Infinity War, watch part 2.
The other thing I didn't get was, how does he freaking just go through time? That's the most stupidest thing in the
That's
world.
Cable...
That's Cable's
He hasn't
power.
seen it. They haven't
but
seen
I know
it.
Cable has time travel abilities.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's... They
And I know Cable's not a villain.
It's
just
dumbed
the
down.
dumbest thing.
It's not the dumbest thing, actually. It's well done.
it is.
It's pretty good. Cable was an interesting character,
It's
even
just
though
stupid.
he was briefly in the movie or whatever. Well, not briefly, but, you know, whatever.
Because like, even though it's portrayed as Cable as being the villain, even though he's not really a villain, he's a time traveling killer robot.
Yeah, is he a
Not
robot?
like Terminator.
Is he a robot,
Yeah.
though?
Yeah, well, he's half robot.
I don't get how he works, but I'll be honest. Let's go back to the topic of general superhero movies. You like the first one better, fine.
Oh, no.
I think the second one was pretty good and improved, fine. That's our opinions. But superhero movies, the ones coming out this year, there's quite a few of them. Ugh. Incredibles 2 technically counts.
Yeah.
Aside from the feminist plot line.
I actually want to see Incredibles 2.
Yeah, same. Aside from the feminist plot line, I think it could be quite good. Let's see. Ant-Man and the Wasp, it just looks so dull, especially if the first one's
Actually,
anything
it's
to
in
go
the
by.
movies now, isn't it?
I hope not.
Incredibles 2.
Oh no, it's next month, isn't it?
Next month. Maybe it is.
Some shit like that. Australia works weirdly. Then there's also Aquaman, which don't care about. I'll see it to laugh at how shit it is. There's Venom, which is probably the most interesting out of all of them. And even that looks kind of dumb. This first trailer was particularly badly designed. Nothing, like, really drew me to it, but I'll probably see it because I'd like to see, a dark Spider-Man. I know
like,
Spider-Man's not going to be in it, but I'd like to see that.
Spider-Man, that was Spider-Man 3.
I feel like you don't really...
Well, I realize, do you agree with
You have
me?
like a certain limitation to movies.
Because I can only get a lot of superhero movies, and you may agree with me, you may disagree. A lot of superhero movies feel kind of the same.
Because
Hero-
they're the same.
Yeah, they are.
Because
Hero, maybe an origin story, a beam will be fired into the sky, stop a bad guy, someone dies, someone gets resurrected, they undo something. End of the day, the hero wins, gets the girl, fucking whatever. I know, I know that's a gross generalization,
No,
but it's
that
like...
is what happens.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, but this is just me saying, I can only take so much of the same shit, of this, explosion heavy... They just kind of turn in my head as, just a blur of the same thing I've seen multiple times. Some of them might be done better than others, some of them might be done worse than others. But with Venom in particular, I know what it's going to be like. You can watch a trailer and predict what the movie's going to be like. Ant-Man and Wasp just looks boring. I don't care. I don't care about Captain Marvel. I don't care about Aquaman or Green Lantern or any of these things. So I know what they're going to be like. I know what the origin story or even movie in general is going to be like. And I appreciate things that have tried. And I really I want to hammer home the word tried to make them different. Spider-Man Homecoming. They didn't shove it in an origin story. They just got straight to the point, and that was an enjoyable romp movie. I think you'll agree with Leadcock. It was fun. Whatever.
Yeah.
It was alright.
Like
I
last
liked
year...
Homecoming. I thought
Yeah.
Homecoming was a great movie.
That's the second
I
best...
thought it was good.
I thought that was one of the best Spider-Man movies ever. Aside from he's basically fucking Iron Man now.
I will say it's probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, last year it's better than the fucking Amazing Spider-Mans. I can tell you that much. Ugh. Last year for superhero movies was actually quite good. We had Guardians of the Galaxy 2. We had Logan, which is fucking so good, and we had
Logan is good.
I still don't like Thor Ragnarok. I don't fucking know.
I don't get why you don't.
I feel like
Still don't.
in Logan, I felt like the character development was pretty trash.
Character development was fucking amazing. I don't know what you're talking about. Logan is critically held as one of the greatest superhero movies. Not even really a superhero movie of all time, because Logan, he's constantly doing shit throughout the movie which will build weight to his consequences. He's constantly changing as a character, and in the end he dies. He's like, I'm not such a bad guy. Logan is such a brilliant movie. I don't see what you mean character development is trash. The kid character's fine. You see Logan basically living in this world that's
really
just
a
trash.
Need for character development in Logan.
But
because
there was, yes.
It's the culmination of the end.
Yes, it was.
It's the end.
It's the end. It's him living in a world that's practically over for him, and he's just trying to live with the stakes and consequences of what he's done. It's such a brilliant movie. The dialogue, the character interactions, development, and what Logan goes through in that movie just shows, it just shows stakes and what he's been through.
Logan and the little kid should have, at least developed a little bit.
They did develop very much. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was the same.
Not really.
It was pretty much the same from when they met till the end.
Did you like Logan more than Spider-Man Homecoming?
No.
Well, I think Logan's probably the best superhero movie
I would
ever.
say, is a different caliber of movie, though.
That is definitely in my top 3 favorite. That's probably
Logan to Spider-Man Homecoming is just something...
Logan is my fucking 3rd favorite superhero movie ever made. It's the greatest fucking thing I've seen
What's
in ages.
the first and second?
Second would be Iron Man 1. First would be The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, okay, makes sense.
I love The Dark Knight. So good. Also, that's probably the best Joker we're probably going to get. Never, so whatever. But with Ant-Man and the Wasp, even people like PC, they're like, oh, did you see the new Venom trailer? Did you see the new Ant-Man trailer? I think it's going to be good. Do you realize people like those types of people are the problem? I think it's going to be good. It's not going to be the blur of the same shit you've seen a million times done worse or better. It's just going to be the same, maybe slightly fun or okay or just mediocre, boring romp of just superheroes fucking killing the villain, origin story, maybe a new character comes in. It's just the same shit. So, yeah, those people are the problems. It's optimistic, it could be amazing. No, we're not going to get another Logan for a while, I feel. So superhero movies have just been...
We're not supposed to get constantly...
Don't say no, we're not supposed to. It's meant to be like this. I don't care. What it's meant to be doesn't inherently make it good. It doesn't matter if it's meant to be a fun romp. The fun romp may not be worthwhile.
Wait, what do you mean by the fun romp is not worthwhile?
Maybe it's not well... Maybe a fun romp isn't well made, or well directed, or well shot, or isn't entertaining, or has really good choreography, or has a good plot, or has interesting characters, or has good actors in it. Maybe it's not well done. Maybe it's just Amazing Spider-Man 2 and it's just painfully shit. It's meant to be fun, but what if it's not well done? That didn't mean to rhyme.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I feel like the superhero movies that are out at the moment, like, I feel like they're getting better than what they were.
They are evolving, I'll give you that, but I still have fatigue and it's not going anywhere.
That's
just because I've been dumb so many times.
Movies, it's the journey is what counts and not the actual conclusion of the
The
story.
journey and character development. If it's just the fucking journey, you get Avengers Age of Ultron. Which is trash.
Age of Ultron was pretty good though.
It was pretty...
Age of Ultron was...
I quite enjoyed it.
What?
It was alright.
I was gonna say...
Age of Ultron is a... Age of Ultron...
The 3 Iron Man movies I did not like.
I didn't like
what?
I didn't like the
Captain
3 Iron
America,
Man.
the first
Alright.
one I didn't like.
I
The
didn't-
other ones I liked. The 3 Thor.
I really wanted to
I
avoid
like the
this.
Thor movies.
The first one
was
the
pretty
first
bad.
one was alright.
The first one was...
Oh wait, no, the first one was alright.
first one was alright.
Ragnarok was amazing.
No,
I
alright.
have not seen Ragnarok yet. It's the only one I've
Watch
seen.
it. You will like
Ragnarok is awful.
Watch it.
Well, it's not
You
awful,
will
it's just
love it.
painfully
I-
average.
Just watch it. You'll love
I feel like
So, I'll just go through the superhero movies. I don't know what you mean. Iron Man 1 is fucking brilliant.
it. Dumb.
no, it's dumb.
No, it's not.
Dull.
It's great. Well, you have no
boring.
eye for cinema. You have no critical capability if you
Yeah,
say
but
that...
if you
I go
look
to
at
a
it-
movie
To enjoy yourself, yes, and that's what I do too. But I can pick apart points I actually like. That's when they had a vision, Iron Man 1. Then it just all got lost. You know, I'm just gonna go through every Marvel movie ever. Hulk movie, fucking 4 out of 10,
I
trash.
haven't seen it.
Iron Man 1, 8 out of 10, great. Then there's Iron Man 2, 4 out of 10, awful. Iron Man 3, 6 out of 10, pretty cool, okay. And then there's Captain America 1, 3 out of 10, fucking dreadful. Captain America Winter Soldier, 7 out of 10, pretty good. Captain America Civil War, 6 out of 10, okay, pretty good. Avengers 1, 8 out of 10, pretty great. Avengers 2, 5 out of 10, fucking just mediocre. And there's Avengers Infinity War, 7 out of 10, getting better. Let's see, 4-1, 2 out of 10, fucking so boring. 4-2, The Dark World, 1 out of 10. That is my least favourite superhero movie ever made, even more than Spider-Man Amazing 2. I hate the Force 2 so much. And then there's 4 Ragnarok, which is just a 5, I'd say. Passable, I don't really care. 4 Ragnarok, you're overselling it. It's fucking
I gotta
so
ask, like,
dull.
why didn't you dull? I would say
It's so generic!
It is
Insanely generic, though.
yeah, but you got to admit.
And that kills it.
First, it opens up with kick-ass immigrant song.
No, it
and
doesn't. I hate
Thor
that.
being a
I hate that
good-
song, and that is so
You
unfitting.
hate that song.
Yeah, and that is so unfitting for that scene. And he's just fighting it, and it opens up with like
man.
it opens up with the typical trope. Oh, I bet you're wondering how I got in this situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, look,
It's
it's a fight.
self-aware.
Yeah, that doesn't make it good. That makes it kind of boring. Self-awareness doesn't get you very far. Let me tell you that. Then it opens up.
Paul's self-aware the whole day.
Yeah, but that's his gimmick, and it's actually done well.
But it's so painfully obvious.
Yeah, but like.
It's like, shit. Did I leave the stove on?
Yeah, but stuff like that is like worthwhile. It's not just Thor humor where it's really shit. Thor has a bit of a personality in Ragnarok now. He's better. But the whole movie is just like, hey, let's undo the first 3 Thor movies. Yada, yada, yada. Odin dies. I feel nothing. The villain comes out. She's okay. A bit boring. We're on a trash planet now. It's kind of cool.
But Jeffrey Goldblum.
There's cool effects
unlike other
everywhere. There's
planets,
cool
I'd be-
acting. There's cool effects everywhere. There's cool acting. Stuff's going on. Generally kind of dull and mediocre. And then boom, movie ends. Typical superhero movie. Whatever. Tease another superhero movie. Done.
Tease Infinity War.
And it's like, whatever. That movie wasn't worth my time. I'm never watching that shit again.
Yeah, I watched it twice.
I watched it twice. Because you guys, it's the best thing ever. And Infinity War was like, oh, maybe I'll like it when I rewatch it. I'm like, no, this is as stupid as when I first watched Full Ragnarok. I really don't like Full Ragnarok. I don't know why people are overselling it so much. It's so dull.
It's such a fun movie.
Not really.
It's just fun.
I found it so boring.
I go to a movie not for like the criticism part of the movie. I
What?
go-
Everybody should go to that looking for criticisms. What are you talking about? That's how...
Well, if you want to look at the
No,
criticism,
I go to a movie to have fun,
Yeah, but if you... Yeah,
like most people.
I do that too. Everybody in the world does that. I never want to see a bad
Criticizing
movie.
every movie isn't gonna make you have fun at a movie.
Yeah, criticism's good. If you don't encourage criticism, you're just going to be like an empty sack who can't take criticism and it's just like weak and all that.
An empty
But-
sack can't take criticism.
Yeah. If
Are
you,
you
if you,
saying if you can't give something, you can't take it?
No, you just took the words completely out of my mouth. I'm saying
I
that
was gonna-
if
wait.
you're like, hey, this movie is so good, I don't want to even try
I was
picking
gonna
it
say,
apart so it can improve with a
Mr.
sequel or
W,
something.
Did you ever watch the new Blade Runner movie?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I did.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was okay.
It's great. I don't know, you just didn't like it. Whatever.
I didn't. I wouldn't even go. I found it boring as hell.
I thought it was great. It's not boring at all.
I feel
I
like
found the cinematography and the sound was
Were on
about
point.
the only redeeming thing I liked about it. But the actors were dull and robotic. I know
I
they're
just-
robots.
I just feel like I didn't understand.
Harrison
it well.
Ford was dull and robotic. Everybody else seemed fine. The story
and
was
the final fight.
the story
is,
was
like,
the first
terrible.
one. No, it wasn't. The final fight in Wonder Woman is terrible. The final fight.
The final fight in Wonder Woman was heaps better than. Blade
No, it
Runner.
wasn't. That was one of the worst final fights I've ever seen in a movie.
No, Wonder Woman was definitely better than Blade Runner.
No fucking way. Wonder Woman is a dull, incomprehensible,
No
boring
way.
mess of a film. I fucking hate that movie.
Blade
No.
Runner is like.
Blade Runner is
I would
great.
love a fun cyberpunk movie.
Ugh.
Fun one.
You guys are pissing me off so much now.
And you're
Josh,
pissing us
weigh
off
in.
too,
No,
mate.
actually, don't weigh in. I want to talk. There's literally shut up. There's literally scenes where it's like, oh, you know, Wonder Woman, a bit throw in the slight bit of feminist propaganda, do some generic World War One superhero movie. Oh, look, the villain is this guy. Okay, twist. Really, really, really boring, terrible CGI battle at the end of the movie. Shit happens. Nothing happens. No character development. She's the same sack. Gal Gadot, terrible actress. You know, movie ends. I would have rather not have seen that, to be honest. The reaction of Wonder Woman was embarrassing. Why isn't it getting an Emmy? The audience is sexist. No, it's just a boring movie. That's why. Fuck superhero movies, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I
You
mean,
guys can pick
each to their own opinion, but like,
Yeah, but there's opinions. I told Piercy about this last episode. There's opinions. I feel like you're getting really frustrated at me right now.
I'm getting so frustrated at you right now.
Yeah, we're all getting frustrated with each other.
But the thing is, having told Piercy last episode, I'm like, oh, this scene is brilliant. He's like, no, that scene's really bad. I'm like, yeah, there's opinions, and then there's actually being able to tell this is good CGI, this is good sound, this is good lighting. Good sound is good sound, good lighting is good lighting, good acting is good acting. You can tell these things. It's not an opinion on whether they're bad or not.
I was
Good
gonna say,
lighting doesn't really freaking. I don't really care about lighting.
Oh, well, you might not care about like the more technical aspects. Some of us do, some of us don't. Whatever. But it's like, you know, visibly being able to tell, oh, this scene's good. I still liked it, even if it is badly directed. I still hate it, even if it is goodly directed.
my enjoyment of Blade Runner.
Subjectiveness, yeah.
My enjoyment of I'm just going back to Blade Runner for a moment. But
Yeah.
my enjoyment of of Blade Runner 2049 ended on the first scene. You know, where's the fighting in the house?
Yeah.
That was a good scene to
It was a
watch.
good
I was
scene, yeah.
enjoying it. But then after that, there's like nothing else.
Yeah, there is. It doesn't have much meat on the bone, but it's a good movie in general.
It doesn't have much meat on the bone.
It continues to be consistently really good. I don't understand.
See, I
Decade
go
is-
to a movie to watch for the dialogue, the sound track.
There's a billion different things. There's soundtrack, the score, which is two different things I want to add. There's sound, lighting, acting, cinematography, the actors in general, the pacing, the plot, the structure, the narrative, the
What was the plot of
character
Blade
development.
Runner?
You know the
I
plot.
have no idea.
Well, then you're dumb. The character development, the narrative,
okay.
the themes,
If
the
I'm dumb,
ideologies.
Explain to me what the plot is.
I don't
What
want
is
to
the
fucking
plot?
get into it because it barely has
Then
a
what
plot.
is-
But it makes
Then
it.
why is it such a good movie if you cannot explain the plot?
Force
to me?
Awakens has a really simple plot.
Yeah, okay, that's simple. There you go.
It's still
Death
good.
Star 2.0.
And, you know, if you think about it, Blade Runner 2049 is kind of like, it does a Force Awakens, where it's like the first movie plot, but taken to an extreme, you know?
Then what is the plot?
Well, you haven't seen the first movie, have you?
No, I haven't.
So I can't really explain
Then
it to you.
Explain the plot. Like, what is the basic plot? Say you're pitching.
Fucking,
Blade
it's
Runner
in,
to someone.
fucking, I don't want to explain it, I'm tired, hungover, fuck off.
You're not really defending your idea that it's a good movie if you cannot
Yeah.
explain the plot to me.
Not explaining,
What is
not
the-
wanting to explain the plot, is like,
It doesn't really
count as a criticism.
Because from my understanding of the movie, its plot is basically there was a kid, but then the actual Blade Runner.
He's like a clone or whatever, but
is
he's not a clone.
But he's not a
But he's
clone,
not a
and he
rep. They're
thinks
called
he's
replicants.
The kid, but
No,
he's
no, no.
not the kid.
And then he finds out he actually is a
But he's-
replicant, but in the end, it's revealed in the new one. Wait, you're not a replicant. This happened. Fucking the lights are bad guys. Fucking, you know, it's
He's
it's a
practically-
mess, but it's a good mess.
Pretty much, he's a mess.
It's like Shrek. It's a mess, but
What
it's a good
happened
Like
mess.
he thought he was the kid.
Yeah, because he's a clone of
But
the
he
kid gone
wasn't the
wrong.
kid.
He's a clone of the kid gone wrong,
But he's not a clone.
practically.
But he's not. What?
It's a replicant, and whatever.
Like the premise is cool.
And it's executed well.
No.
Well,
The plot is like all over the shop. And it's not an well executed movie.
yes, it is, and the plot is not. Whatever. Fucking.
Let's see. Yeah, see, now you're getting angry. How do you feel about us now, Liam?
Annoyed and tired.
Yeah, that's how we feel about you.
Oh, fuck off, man.
Well,
God.
I'm not tired.
You
man.
keep arguing about why we think good movies are bad, but then
No, I'm just saying that I can pick out shit and actually tell what a worthwhile movie is. If you're some guy who's like, hey, I like the Fast and Furious movies, they're so entertaining and well directed, I guarantee you won't be able to hold a conversation about fucking film criticism.
Movies,
They're
but they're still a fun romp.
To be honest-
What is a fun romp? Tell me what is a fun romp now. Tell me.
Mind-dulling, excellent, fast-paced.
It's just dumb fun, and dumb fun is not fun to me. I don't see it. These movies are generic. This Fast and Furious bullshit. Whatever.
Like, I would consider Watch Dogs 2 as dumb fun.
Yeah, but Watch Dogs 2 isn't the best game ever. It's just kind of
I know, it's not the best game
dumb
ever.
fun that you can pick
Dumb
a point,
fun.
shit that you don't like about it, shit that you do like about it. I generally thought it was a consistently fun game, nothing more. It did nothing groundbreaking. I just liked it.
Yeah, it's just dumb fun.
Yeah, but dumb. All I'm saying, the whole point of this conversation was, dumb fun doesn't instantly make it good. Do you think that The Godfather Part 3 is dumb fun?
I've never seen Godfather. I need to watch it. It's been on my to-watch list a while.
It's not even the worst movie ever, to be honest, but
No, I haven't seen any of the
The
Godfathers.
Godfather Part
So I
2...
can't judge it.
Well, The Godfather Part 2 is my favourite movie of all time, so you should probably watch it. It's fucking awesome.
I need to, because it's like one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah. Like, there are films that are so perfect that I can't criticize it, even if I tried to. I could nitpick it, but that doesn't really count.
like what movie?
Godfather Part 2, Hot Fuzz, a lot of shit like that, like perfect movies, in my opinion, that are just so worthwhile. Even like I can pick apart shit about A New Hope, actually, but
Oh, wait,
Stuff
no,
like Citizen
you could
Kane.
pick apart Hot Fuzz.
Those are the-
sidekick trope of the two main cops. The trope is that of him being the one good cop who's good at basically fucking everything.
Yeah, but that's what-
And then the bumbling sidekick.
that was before those tropes sort of invented. This what invented the trope to begin with. Edgar Wright, he directed them in such a way where it's like, there's something bigger going on behind the scenes where he actually knows about his dad and the whole cult thing around the city of whatever.
Wait,
Yeah.
so what?
In my opinion, Hot Fuzz is like a
You
fucking
need to watch
perfect movie.
Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is
He
good
saw
fun.
it.
Hot Fuzz.
You've seen it. We watched it at Name Numbers, remember?
Oh, no, I'll put it on Saturday.
It's really
I'll
nice.
just have it playing in the background.
It's a really fun English movie. Have you seen any Edgar Wright's movies?
I love the final shootout. Like, it
I
just
don't know.
opens up with him walking in on a
Yeah.
horse, and he just opens up with...
That isn't
Boring.
anything.
Wait, what's wrong with A New Hope?
Oh, it's a great movie. It's just like a criticism is there are a few plot points that don't make sense, and like obviously, and this is because it was made in the late 70s. It's not necessarily bad. It hasn't aged too well. It's aged beautifully in my opinion, but some of the effects haven't aged amazingly. I like all the practical shit. I mean, I would hate it if George Lucas... Oh wait, he went back and made a CGI mess. You remember what happened to the special edition every fucking 5 years or whatever. A New Hope is like... It's pretty fun. It's a great movie. It's one of the best ever made, and it's a classic. And it's heralded as a classic because of what it's accomplished, what the movie is, and how fun it
Actually,
can be. That is a fun romp that's
Here's a
directed really
question for
well.
you. The two big trilogies, Star Wars and Godfather, which would you say is the better trilogy?
Well, I've never.
When you say better, do you mean better as in my opinion, or the general audience, what they are like, or what is generally a well-made
Okay,
movie?
so probably what your opinion is and what you think the general audience.
I love Star Wars, but just in terms of how much I enjoy it and how much I can rewatch it, this is just me, and I'm wrong, I'm right, whatever. I like The Godfather more. It's not this third one lets it down in the same way that Return of the Jedi is still a fun movie, but lets it down slightly. I love the Star Wars original trilogy so much, and I love the Godfather trilogy just a slight bit more.
Okay.
That's just because not only did I grow up with it, even if I didn't, I'd watch it now and fucking love it because it's so well made, it's so entertaining. Vito Corleone owns this fucking mob, basically, and he wants his children to do well when he dies, and it's a shit show of just awesome, like, just old effects, a really, really, really rich story, character-driven sort of narrative. Godfather was fucking
There
amazing.
needs to be a modern mafia movie.
Yeah,
I'd
but
love a modern
not a remake of it, please, for fuck's sake, no. Like, they remade Ben-Hur, which is one of my favourite movies, in the 2010, I think it was, version. It was just awful. Like, I don't like the remake sort of idea. Remake old bad shit to make it good. Don't remake good shit to make it bad. Clash of the Titans and all that shit. It just annoys me. And this is the whole remake argument we had episodes and episodes and episodes ago.
Well, I was going to say, I just finished watching the first season of 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah.
The show is not as garbage as a lot of people...
Yep.
I
Say
was
it.
going to say, the series is not as garbage as everyone says it is, but I wouldn't...
I don't get it. Is it a comedy?
it's not a comedy.
You finish first.
I would not recommend it to everyone, though.
Would you recommend it to me? Would you say that based off everything I've said about what I find enjoyable about comedy, would you say I would like...
It's not a comedy. I'm going to make that blunt.
What, is it a drama? What is it?
It is, I'd say, a drama.
Because you've been talking about it a lot lately. I'm just like, what the fuck is it?
Okay, it's basic plot premise of the plot is Hannah, main girl in it, kills herself.
Oh, okay.
In it, the main character Clay, he receives 13 tapes.
Yep.
And each tape is an explanation as to why she killed herself.
Fair enough. And, in the actual fucking window, sorry.
That's alright.
So, like, do you enjoy it thoroughly as this is, like,
Look,
it's consistently really fun series?
No, it's not one of those movies, or series, sorry.
Wait, no. Sorry, I'll let you finish after this. When was it made? What year did 13 Reasons Why come out? Was it recent? Was it a 2020? Was it a
Last year.
last year? Oh, because I thought it had that stupid tween vibe and it really annoyed me.
Oh, it still has that. It's still like it's set in a high school, so it still has that annoying tween vibe to it. But
does it have comedic elements about it?
No, it is not comedic.
Even at all? Like fucking.
Dude, the series finale ends with you watching the girl kill herself and another character attempting to kill themselves.
Okay, so that'll set up season 2, or you'll follow a different character killing themselves.
Oh no, it's like I've just started watching season 2. It's still the same.
Because I heard about it on Netflix and it was really like dumb and shit. Well, I didn't care.
Yeah. But
like
I would recommend if you want something it's not the easiest thing to watch.
Walshy, what's a good drama that you watch then?
Good drama.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious.
Fuck off. What's
That's
a good
not
drama?
Fast and Furious.
Fast and
That's
Furious is
action.
awful.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Awful.
Tokyo Drift.
Awful.
Fast and Furious.
Awful.
Fast 5.
Terrible
Fast
movie.
6.
Terrible movie.
Furious
Awful
7,
movie. Terrible
Fate
movie.
8.
Okay. No, it's awful. They're all terrible. What's a good drama that you like watching?
I don't know.
My favourite
I
is...
swear to God if you say Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones isn't really a drama. It's just kind of character-oriented, slightly comedic fantasy shit. And Game of Thrones isn't a brilliant series. It has a lot of problems. I'd say Breaking Bad is the best
As
drama.
the series goes on, it's developed more problems, but I still enjoy it.
Yeah, it's still a consistently great series. It's just not what it was.
Yeah.
The newest season isn't even that bad. It's pretty consistently great, actually.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, that's a lie. It's consistently good.
To be
It's
honest,
fast paced, but half of the time skips don't make any sense.
Yeah,
anymore.
we said this on the episode where fucking the longest episode ever, where we just debated about it for a solid hour. That was pretty
I
funny.
know.
But
It's
yeah,
good series. But why does it take so long for the White Walkers to walk from a shorter distance?
Yeah,
and
we
yet
said
characters
this.
Can bounce around in days.
yeah. But
I understand they're coming to a conclusion, so they have to move everything along really quickly.
yep.
They have to go bang, 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 bang. Which
It's
is fair enough.
still pretty consistently great though.
see, I'm not a huge fan of dramas.
Well, I am because they're so like serious oriented, and that entertains me a lot. Comedy is slightly different, where it has to be something really fucking well done, and just not crap American generic rock humor, which is so unfunny. Like, hey, it's Amy Schumer. Let's sell her for the 90th time because it did so well last time. Why is Amy Schumer famous? Her movies make like no money, and she's consistently really bad review wise.
Because she's a public. You know about her?
Yeah, a lot
You know
sadly.
about Amy Schumer?
Josh,
No,
what's your
no,
favorite
no.
Amy Schumer movie?
Oh,
Do you know?
don't get me started.
What's your favorite?
Yeah,
You've listened
see,
to us.
That's why.
He just listened
We
to
all-
us say something. You've listened to us ramble for like an hour. So what's your
No.
favorite Amy Schumer movie? Is it I Feel Pretty? Is it
No.
everyone's an alt-right white supremacist misogynist? Is it fucking I don't know.
I won't say hate because
I absolutely fucking
hate's-
abhor her. She's
hate's a very strong word.
hate's
I-
not a
No,
good
no,
enough
no.
word to describe her.
Hear me
I'd
out.
say complete radio cancer.
Hear me out. I extremely
Hate her.
dislike her. Not because of her acting.
She's an awful
Not
actress.
because of what.
Actually,
Not because of who she is, but what she said to a certain someone.
oh no.
on a certain talk show.
Steve-O can take a joke.
No. A joke is when shit's funny. A
Okay.
joke is not bagging out your.
I
dick,
understand, but
mate, and ripping in your face.
What?
you're allowed to.
What?
Yeah.
All right,
No,
but
What?
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
explain.
basically,
Please explain.
she was on a talk show.
Can I explain?
All right, you explain.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just
So
move
she
closer.
So she was on a talk show, and yeah, she was on a talk show. No, it was the roast of Charlie Sheen, I think.
Something really
I
shit, yeah.
think it was the roast of Charlie Sheen.
Yep.
And Steve-O was there, and it was her turn on the microphone, and fucking, yeah. And she made conversation with Steve-O live to the general audience and to people watching. She was like, Steve-O, I'm very sorry for your loss. I know you wish you thought you
Speak up.
Shut up! Jesus. She basically ripped on Steve-O and Ryan Dunn's death in front of, I'd say, 500,000 people live on TV.
Who's Ryan Dunn's?
Fuck you, Ryan. Who's Ryan Dunn?
Was the guy who died in a car accident.
Jackass star.
Jackass.
Viva La Bam, all that. He was awesome.
Steve-O was basically, I wouldn't say his best friend, but a very good friend.
Bam was his best friend, wasn't he?
Yeah, Bam was his best friend. And she basically ripped on him.
I fucking miss Viva La Bam so much.
Rest in peace, Don Vito.
Fuck.
But yeah, like, I don't like her because of that.
Yeah, just shat on him because of
she ripped on him because his mate died.
Was anyone laughing, or was everyone like dead silent?
Everyone was dead silent.
And didn't someone yell like "fuck you, Amy Schumer" or something?
Something like that.
I think it was one of Adam 22's friends. That was pretty cool. But
it was
off No Jumper.
Ever since then, I've had a bad impression of her.
I'm surprised, Josh. I'm surprised you don't watch Adam 22. He always has like car people and rappers and shit on his podcast. It's great. No Jumper is fucking awesome.
I watched TJ Hunt.
Oh, he's alright. He was on No Jumper actually.
Don't hate me.
It's like
I know people.
I don't know much about him.
TJ Hunt, he's a gimp. No, he's cool. I don't mind him.
Yeah, well, Adam Sandler's a gimp, but I like laughing at how shit he is. But the thing about that is that you're with Amy Schumer making fun of Ryan Dunn's death in front of Steve-O. You're allowed. Yes, you're allowed to. You're allowed to do that. It's fine making an edgy joke. I'd say that she's completely justified. But yeah, you're right, Justin. It needs to be tasteful, and the joke needs to be half decent. The joke needs to be funny. She just said something really shit and unfunny, and that's why she got the reaction she did. If she said something slightly more comedic or clever, like, "Oh, we're not done with you," or something shit like that, maybe she would have got a slight laugh out of normies. But no, Amy Schumer's just incredibly unfunny. You're allowed to make edgy jokes, okay? It's just when it's done so poorly. You have basically no point at all. Like, there's literally no point in any of it. So, like, Amy Schumer is not only redundantly unfunny, incredibly untalented, and surprisingly overrated, and she shouldn't even be as popular as she is. You're allowed to sell an edgy joke, but especially when it's done as unfunny and badly as her, you are allowed to. You are allowed to say that. It's just that when it's done as badly as it is, you seem like a cunt, which she is.
Roasts, I get the fact
roasts are roasts.
No, I get the fact that a roast is a roast and everything's taken lighthearted.
Yeah. But
there are certain elements that you don't go into.
No.
Because it's a sore point. Ryan Dunn had recently died.
No, that was 2011. This was months. That was like years after, wasn't it?
No, it was like 6 months. No, not even. Like 3 months after.
Was Amy Schumer even famous in 2011?
I think so.
Probably. I don't fucking care.
You don't rip on a mate's dead bro. You just don't do that.
We made jokes about Total Biscuit earlier. Do we care?
Dick move.
Well, not really. That was just kind of us being like immature about.
Yeah, we're just fucking around. We've missed Total Biscuit.
But we weren't we're not.
We can't because he's dead.
We're not directly mocking anyone.
Alright, Steve-O, he started sobbing, which I'm like, come on, Steve-O, you're tougher than this. But you know,
look, Steve-O handled it great, but
she's just insanely unfunny.
No, she went over. She crossed the line. I wouldn't take.
Also, Amy Schumer's a weak cunt who can't take criticism, so I laugh at her so much. She's so pathetic, honestly. But like, you're allowed to make edgy jokes like that. It's an iDubbbz quote that you'll agree with me, Leadbrain. It's either all okay or none of it is, and I believe that all jokes, Onision, not fucking murder, jokes are okay. Yeah, okay. All jokes are okay. You can make jokes about cancer, you can make jokes about AIDS, whatever. You make jokes about dead people. It's fine. There's a reason Logan Paul's gay suicide forest video did so well, because it was pretty funny.
And kind of fucked.
I mean, I hate the guy, but
No, it's like, it's not kind of funny, it was fucked.
I didn't even think it was that fucked. I just kind of felt it was laughably, like, how can someone be this stupid to put that online? And how can YouTube...
That's why it's fucked.
Yeah, and how can YouTube be so stupid? This is the actual fuck part. How can YouTube be so stupid? And yes, you can say those jokes to people's face.
All I'm saying is,
you can, if you get punched in...
You don't rip on a mate.
I think you
don't
can.
rip on a person.
I think you can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
That's crossing the line.
It's gotta
be... it's not. There's nothing that really crosses the line, in my opinion.
There's gotta be, like, a way to, like...
Structure.
It has to be tasteful.
Yeah.
But imagine...
you can't just,
she just said it blunt. She was just like,
this was
we all hoped it was you.
This was a roast, right?
You can... Alright.
This was a roast of Charlie Sheen, was it?
I think so.
So if it was a roast of Charlie Sheen, why are you targeting Steve-O?
It was I don't know, intermission, some shit. Who knows?
They target everyone.
But, like, here's the thing. You can, like, make someone's joke. Let's say somebody is, somebody's brother has just died of cancer, you go up to them and say like, "Hi, your brother's dead." You can make that joke.
That's not
Listen,
funny.
no. You got to let me finish. I know it's not funny. You got to let me finish. You can make that joke and say, "Hi, your brother died of cancer" to his face. But if you get punched in the face, you don't have the right to cry about it. You know?
No.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
and then she had
if
some
you-
pathetic Twitter response like, "Oh, everybody's right. Shut up, Amy Schumer. You're so dumb."
No, hey, if you rip on someone and then get punched,
No
or bashed,
one's feeling bad for you.
have no sympathy because
Exactly.
You dug yourself that hole and you put
It's like-
yourself
You
next
made
to
your
Sounds like right now,
stupid
lying.
quote, but you made your bed lie in it, some shit
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Guys, thanks for joining
Oh,
us for
wow.
episode
Yeah.
21 of the Coinflip podcast. I hope you enjoyed us today. We'll see you soon. Bada booey.